Folks, welcome back. It's the League of Champions. I'm the manager of the LA Golds Maniac. To my left, the manager of Comerica Industries, some would say, Nick Miano, Nick in Tampa. And we got down below Vin Diego, the conditioner. Gentlemen, week 7, trade deadline. A lot happening in this league. It is officially moving time when losers become winners and winners become losers in the League of Champions. Thoughts on the year so far?
Oh, man. Well, right off the bat, I have to say, looking at the worst team, want to start with bad. Thinking Williamsville, thinking classy side of Transit. What is going on there? Have you looked at the roster? Have you taken a gander?
No, let's consult for our fans at home. We got classy side of Transit coming in at 771 points on the year. So they actually have more points than me. So, and more points than you, Nick. So let's tread carefully as we trash talk Seesaw.
Doesn't matter. Things
No,
like
no,
that.
doesn't
Things
matter.
like
No,
that.
no,
Things like
no.
that don't matter.
Kevin
Things like
Bacon
that don't
wasn't
matter.
in Footloose. Nope.
Gesicki, is that your best player?
Gesicki, yeah. I mean, they do have they have Daryl Henderson. He's pretty solid, and they have Ezekiel Elliott, who has been disappointing, I guess.
I think they're starting. I think they're hoping Antonio Brown is going to be the guy. I think they're the Antonio Brown sweepstakes.
They
guys.
have Antonio Brown slated to start, so that'll be a big. It'll be a big week. Whether they can get Baker Mayfield going in the right direction, they got Henry Ruggs. They got some big boppers. They just got to get it done. I mean,
well, I think at the end of the day, Zim's been completely ghosting this league. Haven't heard a peep from him in the group
there's
chat.
the hot take that you live for on this episode of League of Champions Update, sponsored by Joshua James Realty. When you need a team to get it done, unlike Classy Side of Transit, go to Joshua James Realty. Vin Diego, what are the thoughts you got going on as the conditioner?
Yeah, I mean, historically in the League of Champions, the Team Spamalot has been the team with the lowest activity. But they have turned it around this year. They've been active, and I will agree with co-commissioner Nick Miano from Tampa that the classy side of Transit just an utter disappointment when you look at activity.
You gotta love the league. Any team could make some moves here. The 3rd and 10th place team are separated by just one game. A bunch of teams at 4 and 3. A bunch of teams at 3 and 4. And I mean, not surprisingly, the Eskimo Bros have held their ground while someone that we all know is an active fantasy player, the conspiracy theorist, has traded his way to the top. The Bros and conspiracy theorists among the top. Could these be two contenders that are duking it out down the line for the title?
You know, I'm just really looking forward to how Brad is going to mismanage his amazing team into somehow losing this year. It's going to be great to watch. It's going to be great. I mean, I'm looking forward to watching it.
Yeah, well, I mean, speaking of mismanaged his team, he's mismanaged his team to the way to the top. I mean, he has the lowest points for in the League of Champions.
Lowest points for, 2nd place overall.
Yeah, it's quite astounding, and he has traded himself into a situation where now he's going to have a better second half of the season. So, I mean, kudos to him for taking advantage. But I think he's destined for a playoff run.
Miano, you have no excuse. Comerica Industries, only team that's had a lower than 700 points against them this year.
Listen, you can go fuck yourself.
Okay, that's what I thought. That'll be the excuse for that team out there. Any dark horses out there? I mean, we made the rule for this prediction that you can't pick your own team, because obviously we all would. We are all in the bottom half of the league, but in the upper tier of the bottom half. Any dark horses amongst us?
I would definitely say, if I had to do it, it's got to be the best team name. The Green Bowl Packers. I gotta say, they definitely have a team that can turn it around. I thought that also this would be a good time to possibly do a vote for the shittiest team name that should change it at the end of the year. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? What do you, MJ?
Did we officially vote on that?
No, I think that we should choose one right now. I mean, which one do you think?
No. What we should do is we should do a Survivor style vote of all the teams in the league, and whoever gets the most votes has to change their name.
I think that's good.
And we will reveal it on a future episode of League of Champions Update. We're here with the conditioner, Comerica Industries. Yeah, again, it's a shuffle in the middle. You have a bunch of teams separated by just one game. My dark horse negotiating yesterday. They've had a lot of points against. They've put up a lot of points themselves, so they've shown they get it done. When it comes to the playoffs, you got to be putting up 120 plus points a week to get it done. The pressure will always be on. And speaking of the pressure being on, now let's get a little selfish. Let's go Miano and then Vinny. Most pressure that the player with the most pressure on your team going down this stretch run.
Meows first.
No, you go first, but
Well, hey, listen, I want to answer the dark horse that for the remainder of the year because I didn't get a chance to answer.
Oh.
And I was gonna say the LA Golds, but how long into the season can Christian McCaffrey and Nick Chubb rot on the bench? And we'll add.
You're acting like I put them there. Nobody has gotten more unlucky than me. Lost McCaffrey, lost Chubb, lost Odell, and who's making excuses? Not me. Kudos to me for not making excuses.
But I will say this: that you got to make. This is one season unlike any other where you have to be making moves, and you're gonna pay for it in the end.
I might. That's true. That's actually a good point. First time for everything.
So and I'll agree with Nick. I think the Green Bull Packers do have the best chance. I mean, they have some solid players: Galladay, Cook. They got Claypool, which I really like. I even really like Myles Gaskin. But they are playing me this week, and I'm off to a good start. So go fuck off. And then to answer your next question, Zach.
Yes.
Which was, you remind me what the question was?
Question was the player on your team with the most pressure on him.
Player on my team with the most pressure on him is actually not Julio Jones. And it's also not Jerick McKinnon because that whole San Francisco 49er backfield has just been atrocious this year. Stay away from them. It's actually David Montgomery. So he's my number one running back, and he's really maybe a number 2 flex player, and he's just been absolutely garbage. But because he's been getting 25 touches a game, he's been able to withstand that starting spot. I do think that his atrociousness will bring him down. So that's my suspect player going into the second half of the year. So we'll see.
Miana, who you got?
I live my life to make Vinny look like an idiot. So I am devoting the rest of the season to just hoping that David Johnson and what's his name from
Will Fuller
and Will Fuller do really well going forward and really just get to a point that solidifies that Vinny is an idiot and he made a bad trade. You don't even have Moss. You don't even have Moss anymore.
I dropped him.
So
get him off. Trim the fat when you need to.
I would say
but come on, you did get owned in the chat when you were talking about Moss and you didn't even have him anymore.
If you guys understood where my mind goes throughout the day, you would understand.
Oh, if only we were so busy and we're working so many schemes as Vincent, we would understand.
Side note, Vinny intentionally showed up late to this video chat that we're on right
just
now.
A terrible show up late.
That's debatable at best.
We both know that you were just sitting there doing like nothing, going like,
I was eating coconut curry. Thank you very much.
Probably coming up for an idea where you could like do business meetings and yoga in the same like spot.
That stupid San Diego life.
Who the hell knows? The player with my most pressure, it's not the former San Diego Charger Keenan Allen. It's actually receiver Juju Smith-Schuster. Although the Steelers are dominating, it's not putting up a lot of points. So if I get my guys back, Christian McCaffrey and Chubb, I need Juju to step it up. And speaking of step it up, let's take a step back and remember some of our fondest Halloween memories from the league. I'll kick it off with a couple of mine. Who can forget when Nick Robinson was the fat sumo wrestler in the ballerina costume? And then, of course, who can forget Miano's iconic Gumby appearance at City Tavern?
It's iconic, folks.
It's iconic.
This is just, it's iconic.
It might be the greatest moment of my life.
Well, I mean, if it's not the greatest moment of your life, it's definitely the greatest moment of my life.
Wow.
Getting that photo.
Thanks.
If we're gonna do a 30 for 30, we should do a 30 for 30 on the night, just when he was at rock bottom.
You know, to be
realized
honest
he
with
was
you,
at the top.
there's a couple. I mean, you know, Brad as Elf, Buddy the Elf, iconic, classic. You know,
That's Brad. That's highlight Brad. That's peak Brad.
That's peak Brad.
Will Brad be able to do the elf costume as effectively and as humorously in his new Cali Brad form?
Oh yes. If anything, even better. I mean, Will Ferrell.
What are you watching? You're watching the Thursday night game? You better be, if you're watching something. Turn around the screen and let's see what you're watching.
Come on, dude. Teddy
No,
Bridgewater,
right now.
12 yards.
Okay.
Points for the kid. Aaron
He's probably
Andrews
gonna
also
be-
just went under the rain, looking fucking good. So give me a break here, okay?
Give me a break.
And
wasn't Drew Bilowski something classic for Halloween too, though?
Terrell Massey.
No, that wasn't.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
Who can forget?
I'm dead serious. That's exactly it. He had a Terrell Massey jersey from his father because his dad coached the football
What
team.
about you?
And he wore his jersey.
Okay, moving on. What about you and Derek at Madai? You guys have any good costumes there? I'm remembering back to Pat Mitchell and Chris Sylvain as nuns. I think Gian Greco was too.
Yeah, that's ironic. I think isn't he a nun now?
Oh, Nick Gian Greco.
Yeah.
I don't think he's.
All right, I got a classic photo here, folks.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Let me know if you can see this. This is Drew Bilowski.
Oh, there you go. There's the
classy.
Yeah. You can send that to me. I'll put it on the overlay.
Ryan Kernan, Chris Genske.
Chris Genske is the breathalyzer. That's foreshadowing for you.
Wait, I don't think he got a DUI or anything.
He's just drinking a ton.
Well, hold on, I have one more photo though. This is a classic. Something that did not get brought up, Maniac.
Oh no.
Mugatu.
Oh yeah. You gotta send this to me. We'll get those on the overlay. That was a classic year. My Mugatu was unreal.
Mugatu, that was nice. That was a classic. I'm trying to think of any other.
Yeah, that might be it.
That might be it, but hopefully it won't be it for your team in the League of Champions. As we wind down, we are going to lock in some predictions. So here to make it fair, one finals prediction where you're in it, because we all want to predict ourselves to be in the finals, and then one finals prediction where you're not in it. I will kick it off. We'll go, the first one will be me in the finals versus conspiracy theorists. I think Eskimo Bros make a good run, but they lose in the semifinals. It'll be me versus conspiracy theorists. If not that, I hate to say it, but I can see conspiracy theorists versus Wolfpack.
Oh, no. Anything but the Wolfpack. I'm so goddamn sick of the Wolfpack. Every time I play them, I play them first quarter, 3 field goals by their fucking kicker. I'm so sick of the luck that they get. Jesus Christ, Finn. What the fuck? Sorry, my cat's out of control. So I would say, unfortunately, after everything I just said, the Wolfpack will probably win again this year, and they'll probably play the Green Bowl Packers out of nowhere, coming all the way out of the wild card, final seed, and they kind of run it back in. But the Wolfpack and everybody's super annoyed.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Me in the finals, a rematch of the century, if you will, of last year's bout with the Eskimo Brothers. And if I don't make it, I do like the Green Bowl Packers to rebound. And I would like to see a nice Laughlin Locks in there as well. So that's my bold prediction.
All right, are the Bills winning on Sunday?
I heard the weather's going to be terrible.
40-mile-per-hour winds.
Julian Edelman being out helps us pretty great, but we're bad in the trenches this year, so we'll see. I mean, I think Josh.
They need to trade for somebody because we have Josh Allen on a contract that is the best time to actually.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's definitely the time. It's the time the Seahawks made it happen with Russell Wilson.
Exactly. So I don't understand why they're not like going to try and get somebody from like the fucking Cowboys or something.
I think they are. They were rumored that Murphy was in trade rumors. And Murphy's like a top 15 pass rusher according to Pro Football Focus.
Good. Well, that's good to hear. Then.
Yeah. Well, guys, they're making moves. So your team needs to make moves in the League of Champions. Make sure we're checking those lineups. Let's go, Bills. And let's see if we can make it happen this year. Let's go.